Hello, this is Grace talking, also known as Grey Fable. You are currently listening to Arkenmore, D&D Nor. In this podcast, I run my friends through my Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Nor theme setting called, you guessed it, Arkenmore. Atop the bones of the monster continent of Arkenmore, a land that was once the exclusive realm of heroes and adventurers, a new society was erected. Fueled by changing technology and powerful economics, the city of New Ampharos now stands as the crown jewel of the human empire. However, rampant corruption and organized crime have tarnished what might have otherwise been a golden era. No content warnings for this episode, so let's begin. Hi, Grace here. Unfortunately, I was not able to fix my audio set before the session, so I will still be on my headset. Adding to that point, Tyler, who plays Koloth, is going to be stuck in the bathroom during the session, taking care of a cute little kitten that he rescued, so his audio will also not be great. I apologize for these issues, they should be resolved soon, and now to the session.
Now. Alright. Hello, everybody. So, last session, we continued exploring what the party wished to pursue during their week of downtime. And last time we started with Callum, tasting the winds of freedom for the first time in so long. He took to the outdoors, where he spent his time meditating and reconnecting with the natural spirits around him. Invigorated, he decided he would also turn his attentions to research. Though not a traditionally trained scholar, he made good use of Dr. Whitehall's private library and learned some new information about the undead, necromancy, and their connection to natural cycles. Some more days passed, and Edward awoke in the middle of the night to a somewhat expected surprise. His father, the great scion Charles Flick, was sneaking off the property. And when Edward pressed him for answers, Flick used his psychic connection to reveal another vision to him. The streets of Uptown flooded with undead. Flick told him that he once believed he was chosen by the Starborn to prevent this future. However, he is now convinced that the Starborn are actually looking for a portal to take them to the mundane world. A portal that he thinks might come in the form of a person, perhaps Edward's younger sister. After granting these revelations, Flick then departed with the aid of one of Whitehall's security personnel. And then finally, Koloth was faced with one of his own revelations, that his clan was bent to the knee to a human clan known as the Nova Aurora. The head of his clan, Koloth, informed him that this new treaty had two stipulations. First, that the Nova Aurora can operate on the Koloth land in an undisclosed building. The second, that the clan provides them with a steady supply of freshly dead bodies. Koloth's clan leader did not wish to continue to be at the heel of this ominous treaty, but she had sworn to only share the details with those who held the clan name, in order that Koloth might be free to investigate and potentially halt the workings of the Nova Aurora. The difficult decision was made that Koloth be expelled from his house and stripped of his name. And now, after the party has shared these revelations, or at least most of them, with each other, we will pick up. And we'll leave it to you all to decide how you wish to proceed with this new knowledge.
So, from what I gathered previously, the thought was that Callum would likely go potentially in animal form up to the locations that were mentioned. And from there, we would potentially follow after him just to provide him backup in case of an issue going on. I believe the we in question were potentially Maya and Carmen. If that is incorrect, just let me know. Additionally, I believe that it was decided that we would take another week of downtime because Callum's current process is most aptly mimicking that of the spy.
That's correct,
downtime,
and that
correct?
involves tailing people for multiple occasions, listening in on conversations to discover new information.
Very good.
If everybody's on board, then that means you all get to take another week of downtime.
Works for me.
Open up that downtime
Yep.
document.
That means that your fame will decay by another 5.
Our fame was at 30 at the start, correct?
Yes.
So now it's at 15?
No, it will be at 20 after the second week.
Oh.
I do want you all to keep in mind that while you have certain privileges under Dr. Whitehall's roof,
We do probably need to start getting
you
money.
might end up pushing some of your luck with your asks if you continue asking for more spending money. It's less of a hard line and more of a vibes thing based off of... Now, Edward's kept him entertained the first week, so he's pretty distracted.
No.
Maya, do you know if Hugh has any potential need of aid?
I mean, I wasn't planning on seeing him this week.
How are you planning to train?
Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was.
You were the one who was all excited when we got the second week.
We can hang out with Hugh together. We're definitely going to want to rebuild that bridge with our secondary action, and we'll use our primary to help with the information gathering.
I know he mentioned last time that he has eyes on a potential way for us to get our gear back, but right now I'm a little concerned that our money troubles might be more urgent than gear. Well, money troubles and cult.
It's not necessarily urgent unless you have purchases you're eyeing.
Let's be more reasonable going forward. I believe Whitehall's beginning to notice some expenditures.
Walking is good for us. We don't need cabs.
I
Well,
really
then-
don't see why we have to stay in this mansion that's so far out of the city if we're going to be stuck walking around all over the city anyway. It's a waste of time.
Do you want to find another location that we can live at for cheaper than free?
Just saying, it wouldn't hurt to sleep on the streets a couple nights.
Depending on what we find in those tenements, maybe somewhere closer to stakeout.
I would be
Wanna do this
fine
at
with that.
time anyway. But we'll need to have a look first.
No idea what's in there. Yeah. Right then.
Guessing dead bodies.
Wow. Say it wouldn't be so.
Okay, so we can do this in the order you all want. Y'all can go ahead and take your downtime actions now, or we can jump straight into Callum's spying mission. Or at any time, you all can get into contact with Hugh Gilt's contact that he provided you with the NAPD to get your gear back. So it's a bit more sandboxy. You can choose which of the missions you want to toggle.
God's choice. Well, if we are planning to tangle violently with this crowd, I think getting our gear at some point would be
We
advisable.
might need it. Especially for, well, some of us were able to get replacements, others of us weren't. And honestly, having extras is not going to be a damper on anything, even for those of us who were able to get.
I'm pretty sure my money's long gone.
Oh, there's an actual laugh. You're not getting any money back.
Oh, yes, would not surprise me. When I was arrested in the park with that money on me.
None of us are getting any money back if we have it on us.
No, none at all.
Then you didn't hide your money well enough.
Well, I wasn't
How much money
expecting.
did you hide, Maya?
Don't worry about it.
I plan on meeting with Whitehall again. That might buy us some time before he gets irate about our spending. So if you want to get a cab, this might be your best, and perhaps even last time. We'll see. He seems to enjoy my company.
Well,
So, since some of you are going to be seeing Gilt anyways, he can give you a time and a place to meet his contact, Mike Farva.
oh,
He would like to meet at the water docks in Old Town during the afternoon.
I'm happy to accompany whoever's going to see Farva.
That sounds good. You said it was in the docks of Old Town?
Yep, the water docks.
Awesome. We're not in Uptown, are we?
No, you are in the Southerly Hills.
Okay. There it is. Found it. Yeah, it'd be a bit of a walk. So do we want to do the guilt thing first and then shift to the Callum thing? Who all wants to go to meet with the policeman? Will it just be Tyler and Maya?
Yeah, how are we gonna split this up to make the most out of our time? I'm not sure if anyone can really help Callum infiltrate as a spider.
Likely not. I was hoping that maybe one or two of us could potentially set up at least a near-ish buy location in case something goes awry, so he has a place to run back to in case of...
It would be good to have some backup.
Yeah. It's not like you were shot at as a spider before.
Yeah, twice.
No.
Let me take a look here. I'm trying to remember the range of...
The mental link?
Yeah.
The range is not the issue.
Yeah, that's true. I can't exactly... God, it's all a time limit.
Yeah, it's like, they can go wherever. The issue is that it runs out.
Sure does. This isn't a long time.
It's not. Yeah, that is like the issue. It's like, oh.
Yeah, especially as a spider slowly crawling through the base. You know what? I'll hang nearby.
Yeah.
I'll go with Callum. Offer him some backup if needed.
Carmen can come too, just so you're not alone, because this is not a part of the woods where someone dressed like Ed probably wants to be alone.
That's What part of the woods is this place?
The rough part.
There are many rough parts in the city.
Let me rephrase. You will get jumped.
There are many places in the city where you will get jumped.
No, you. Specifically you.
Why me?
Looks at the clothes you're wearing. Next question.
It's nothing outlandish. They're not fine clothes. Oh wait, or are they fine clothes?
I thought you and Koloth were the ones who got the nicer
They
clothes.
have tailored suits. It's up to them if they want to wear them.
I mean, I presume when I leave this place and I'm not trying to draw attention to myself, I'm not going out in my tailored suit.
Very good. That I just remembered that you and Tyler's character specifically were like.
Well, it's nice to blend in the Southerly Hills.
It's true.
Alright.
Uh,
You
Maya,
two.
you'll need to do most of the speaking for me in this. I'll keep a close eye on them, but
Oh, that can only go well. Absolutely.
I believe in her.
Right.
What are you calling yourselves these days?
I haven't decided. But I don't need him talking too much about me if his lips are this loose.
Take too long, I'll name you myself then. Come on.
That's fine.
That's not a good. Okay. Have Maya name him.
It's just a temporary thing.
Maya does not have the best track record when it comes to names.
Simon's a pretty cute name.
I have nothing but the deepest faith in you.
Might be a side character in a Ranger Rick film.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
If she thinks she's thinking too much about it, you'll just say Richard.
Who the fuck did. Okay, Richard.
Dick.
Put a pin in that one. Yeah, Dick. Like I was like,
That's
hey,
the name he
Koloth,
chose.
what's your new name? It's like, oh, it's some random human name, I guess. So Koloth, or shall we say Richard, or shall I say question mark, and Maya. If you need to get to the water docks, you can indeed borrow money for a cab. For this instance, in fact, Hugh Gilt can even front you some money if you need it.
You want a cab or would you rather walk?
You do not want to walk this one.
Ah, that's a shame.
It's a bit far for that to be reasonable.
A cabbie arrives. There are plenty that still retain their coverage in the southerly hills for these wealthier clientele who are known to be able to afford higher rates for the longer drives. Takes you across the Dragonspire Bridge, back to Old Town, back to the heart of industry at the water docks. It is another overcast, wintry day. The sea is gray. The gulls screech off in the distance. You watch as the cargo ships slowly tug into port. The nearby factories exude plumes of smoke from their spires. And there are stands, hawkers selling fried eels on sticks, among other sort of street food. There's a mixed scent of the fresh, salty brine, scent of oil, the scent of rotting fish, all together. As you walk along the docks, there is a bench that you were told you would find between two addresses. And that is where there is a squat human man in a trench coat, beige colored, waiting for you.
A beige trench coat?
That's correct.
Well, Richard actually hasn't seen the movie yet, so he doesn't know any of the tropes.
Nope.
Maya, is that the bench?
No, why would that be the bench? Of course that's the bench. I mean, look at that guy.
As you two are talking, the person turns towards you, sitting on the bench, staring at you, his eyes squinting.
You Farva?
He makes a gesture with his head as he to come closer. He flicks his chin up. Do you approach?
Yeah.
You the two that Gilt talking about? He says. You see that he is a stout, human male, though wearing plain clothes. You don't see any badge or anything on him. He has kind of a round face, his cheeks a little bit ruddy, and his eyes are still squinting suspiciously. His hairline's receded. He's about middle-aged. Looks to Maya, then looks to Koloth. Huh, well, figures that old Gilt would, hook me up with another hobby.
What does that mean?
Like a hobby, something that you're into, like how I'm into watching those Ranger Rick movies. A hobby.
Ah, she's a smart chick, huh? No, I mean a hobgoblin. Like one of yous.
I was trying to cover for you.
I give a shit. He kind of coughs into his sleeve. Anyways, I heard you twos have some things you want return to use.
We
I hear
do.
you're the man to help us get them.
There's some things I can do. It all depends on what you're willing to put your neck out for.
Elaborate.
I looked up your names. Couldn't get you very far without your arrest records. I found them. What you're looking for is in the evidence locker. Not in the main precinct, but one of the old town ones. And if you like, I can show you exactly where to find them. Really like, because I'm doing Mr. Gilt such a huge favor, I can make sure for a short time that locker is not going to be guarded.
And what's it gonna cost us?
Keeping his hand in his coat pocket, he shrugs. Right now, nothing. The favor. Unless you want me to get those items for you, that will cost you.
I'd rather the favor, but I'm not inclined to stay in debt for long. You've got a month to use it.
Well, how about this then? I tell you what's it gonna cost you. You tell me what it's worth to you.
Go ahead.
I looked at your arrest records. Some of you got a rep. Your sheets down alongside. Especially this one, he nods at Koloth. Sorry, Richard. Here's the deal, see? I got a man in with the Casamari. Only thing is, he's gone silent on me. About 3 weeks now. I don't hear back from him well, might be nothing at all. Maybe he's cut town, or, well, might be curtains for me. I can't go in there myself. If any of you have an in with the Casamari can find out what happened to my man, I'll get your stuff back for free. See? Nice and easy.
The name of your man?
It's gonna be kind of awkward when I explain how many we had to kill a while back. Oh, I'd love to help you with your infiltration, but I killed Kazamari on site.
Man,
That was Koloth that did that, not Richard.
Richard. Good hobgoblin named Richard. Yeah, he's a jokester here. Nah, the man's a dwarf. His name's Giorgiotti.
I get spelling on that?
Absolutely. It is right here. Goes by Joe, usually. So, looks to Richard and Maya. What's it gonna be? I gave you the map, I gave you the time, you get your hands dirty, or you find me my man, I take get taken care of for you, in and out real clean like. What's it gonna be?
Give
I
us
don't
the
see why
map,
not.
give us the time, and we'll find your man if you pay us a bit extra.
Ah, we negotiating here, I like that. Sure. You wanna stick your neck out and risk another arrest? I can show you where your stuff's at. He starts rustling in his jacket and takes out what looks to be a crumpled parchment with a floor plan on it. He shows this to you. Alright, you should see a layout. Just so you know, the small circles in the walls are where the vents are. You know. In case you wanted to get creative with this. That will be up to you how you want to approach this, but what Farva is offering is that evidence locker, there's a desk connected to it. He's saying that he could arrange for that to be unguarded for a short time, that specific room, but not the rest of it. This is the main floor of the precinct that you'd have to maneuver through to get to the locker.
The Callum show today. I like it. Everything can be solved by just putting spiders in rooms.
How big are the vents?
They're big enough for a small-ish person to crawl through.
Are we talking like smallish human or halfling?
Smallish human.
Nice. It's a good day to be a smallish human.
So how you will want to approach that, I will leave up to you. Now then, we done here? Farva starts to stand up and stretch.
How much you gonna pay us for getting Joe for you?
He seems to be considering that. You want paying Goldie bucks? I can get you something else. Something real nice. What do you into? Hag spice? Pixie dust?
This Goldie bug.
Alright. Hey, no judgment here. No. Just saying.
You've been hitting up the hag spice.
But nah. Not anymore. No. Oh.
At least he's honest.
Kind of snorts. I'm more of a booze man myself. And at that, he kind of takes out a small bottle and takes a swig from his jacket.
Anyways, how much Goldie bucks?
He looks at you intently. You're fine, my man. Look at you's. 20. 20 Goldie bucks.
Make it 30.
Alright, we're negotiating here. Maya, what's your style here? You being, are you trying to be hard, or are you trying to be convincing?
Convincing. She's clearly very shrewd.
Okay.
Certainly do his best to assist. If she's trying to be convincing, he is probably going to do his best to seem like an aid to her so she seems more regal. I mean, Maya's got a hobgoblin. That's got to mean something.
Alright, so you're just trying to look intimidating, is what you're doing, Koloth?
More like, changes what his role is supposed to be to like a bodyguard. Like she's important.
Alright, so you try to look like Maya's in charge, and to give her an air of authority, which will, belie the fact that she's a very young, half-elven woman, negotiating with what is ostensibly a middle-aged crooked cop. Alright.
Can we do
Maya?
our best Kingdom impression?
Yes. As you, are, being backed up by your bodyguard, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
One of these days, Maya, you're going to get persuasion.
No. Maya is never going to get persuasion.
Oh, a 17 on the dot. You even roll with advantage. Oh, that was with advantage. Oh. Only someone dies. Oh well. Okay, he looks like he's puffing up his chest for a minute. He glares at you. Then he kind of, his shoulders relax. He says, alright, 30. 30 goldie bucks. What more could you want, eh?
I want
Just
the
find me
weed.
what
We'll
happened to my
start with
man.
30. Yeah.
Hey, we make a good relationship, we have some good deals, maybe some more coming your way, huh?
You know, that wouldn't be the worst thing.
Well, ain't you, sweetheart, he says, takes another swig on his, little, bottle. Well, don't mind me, I'm on my day off. Take a walk down to, the shark's house. He starts to amble away. You don't know my name, he says as he's walking.
Who?
That's right. He kind of chuckles as he leaves.
That man is unskilled.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him with anything. But I do want my stuff.
Do you think we can get it ourselves while we're out, or will we need assistance?
Oh. We can at least scope the place out before we head home.
Okay, so you have the map, you have the time. So the day that you're going to want to do this is going to be within this next downtime week. But you have a few days to plan and make preparations.
All right, Koloth, let's case the joint.
Don't call me that.
Sorry, Richard.
He cringes visibly, but that's better than Koloth.
You sure you want that name? Doesn't suit you.
It doesn't mean anything. It's not my real name.
All right, I'm gonna see if Erwin can come up with something better. How far away is the police station from where we are?
Yes. So this is, it is close by. It is precinct, number 3 in Industry Row. So if you see where the, ships are at, that's where you are right now, on the outskirts of Industry Row. All those factories is the entire district. Okay, what would you like to do?
Yeah, so we're broke bitches, so I think the plan's for us to walk home anyways, so we're definitely going to hit up the police station on the way home.
Okay, if we're going back, kind of like, if you complain at all about us not having money, Richard might also have a suggestion. Namely that there are a lot of criminals in this part of town. Many of them collect funding from drugs or theft. And there's nothing ethically wrong with reappropriating those funds.
Do you want to mug someone on your way back home?
Hell yeah, I do.
Alright, I also want to let you
Richard.
guys know You can cut your transport back home shorter by taking a bus across the bridge, because they do have buses.
Switch my primary to crimes.
Richard, we're not exactly the most nondescript people. If you mug someone, they're going to remember it.
Those Kazamari cost me my name.
So you're going to mug Kazamari?
Or their representatives.
It's the middle of the day, you're not going to find a Kazamari. How are you going to know that some random human is a representative of a Kazamari and not the Velvet?
Well, I'm obviously not going to attack a random human, but I imagine I need to do preparation.
You have to do preparation before you mug someone.
Yes. We aren't robbing random people from the streets. This would be a extension of the warfare they've declared against my clan. Former clan.
Wouldn't it be faster to just walk?
Well, I'm speaking long term.
You guys could spend this week doing crimes. It's on the list for your downtime.
Look,
Maya knows the criminal
we don't
Underwood
need to
better.
walk all the way back home, okay? We just need to go see Gilt. I got some lessons to do, and he might pay for us to go back.
Then I'll need to work for him.
I am sure that he would love for you to work for him. Unless you would rather go mug people. Because you can mug people, but I do have to get going.
No, he's not going to separate out. He was just trying to get you to help him beat up some Kazamari.
It's not the time for beating up the Kazamari yet. Soon.
You know the city better than I do. So when you think it is appropriate, we'll work towards it.
I mean, we have to find someone within the Kazamari. No one's going to talk to us if we're just beating him up.
Oh, I thought we had some indication as part of our rescue mission of where they are located.
Judge? I thought you said you had no idea.
He doesn't know. He has a person who is in his inn with the Kazamari, and that person went dark on him a few weeks ago. That his problem was not knowing what happened to him. He's worried it means that it could fall back on him.
Yeah, he said you didn't know anything. And Maya took him at his word. But she just wanted money.
So regardless, if you all want to go and meet up with Gilt, it's a shorter distance to travel. There's still many blocks of the city, and he can help you get home.
Can we, is the police station going to be on the way to Gilt?
It's close enough that you could make a detour.
Let's scope it. How do we feel about scoping?
Anything to keep me busy.
Okay, we're going to go scope out the police station and then go to Hugh Gilt for our movie date.
Guys can't see a movie every single week that you hang out.
Maya's
it's only
gonna
the
be
same
so
film
sad.
playing at the theater.
You act like she cares.
Indeed. And Gil's like, oh, please, Maya, please no. Why don't we just focus on your investigatory skills today?
I suppose we could do that.
It's fun. It's fun. I have a puzzle that you can do. See? Young ladies like doing puzzles, don't they?
Is Ranger Rick in the puzzle?
What if he was?
I'm sure it would be a better puzzle than your last one.
Alright. Note to self, Gilt. I'll get key to this lady's attention. Is make everything about Ranger Rick. And so we can bring things back to the base. You all we don't have to RP things every time we do this, but we will do rolls as needed. So what are your next downtime actions, or in this case, tasks going to be?
Hell yeah. So with Carmen's at least, one of them is going to actually be attempting to reconnect with Dalin. But the other one is probably just going to be, what is it? Prayer? Pray/meditate.
Okay. So, and where does Carmen go to do her prayers? She could probably sneak back to the cathedral if she's willing to take
Hey,
off.
guess what we're already doing?
Yeah.
It's very much that. She knows when the services occur and when the ones that are less likely to be attended by anyone actually important occur, and she would decidedly go for those.
Indeed. Once a week, there is a mass that is where the Prima Mater is going to be holding, and that is the one with the large crowds.
We
You try to
avoid
go
that
to
one.
that one.
Yeah.
There are several smaller services in between.
And we would probably go, given how far it is and how much we're likely walking, to a later afternoon or evening service if there is one that is available. If not, we just walk and hate ourselves because we're waking up at like 4 a.m.
There is usually a short service in the morning. And even when there's not a service, the auditorium, the pews are it's open to the public during the day. You can come in and just sit and worship.
And hell yeah. And what we would probably end up doing in attempting to reconvene with Dal is request Sora patients provide a note to him denoting either a midway location or requesting that he identifies where he would like to meet up more aptly. So that come halfway through the week or another day, she would identify a potential location where he might be more comfortable to potentially meet.
And who do you pass this note through?
The Sora patient. No, it's not Sora Patience. Sora Patience is dead. Sora Mercy. Sorry, the virtues are getting me.
No worries. Alright, so if you give that to Sora Mercy,
The other old lady.
she will say, "Now, I advise you, young Carmen, that your brother is on a mission of his own.
If it is within this city, then the city is bound. It is important that he knows.
Indeed. If it is... his heart has been troubled ever since your arrest."
There's a pause and a nod. Then I don't need to meet with him. If it would distract him from his mission, what I need to make sure he knows is if he sees any sort of undead or There's increased likelihood of another attack. A group by the name of... it's not Nova Aurora. Fuck me. What's the other Latin term for the first one?
Nova, not Nueva. I think
Nova.
Nueva might be,
Nova Aurora, and they're collecting dead bodies.
Is this the first time you shared this with her?
She would have shared this with her upon requesting the note be sent to him, which would be on the first day that she returns back.
Okay.
So, yes, but yes, it would be the first time.
They called themselves the Nova Aurora, using language of the church. Said they
Indeed.
were running something afoul with dead bodies.
They're
Where
requesting...
did you learn this?
You asked for me to keep my ear to the ground.
Indeed. Is there anything else that you could share with us?
Not
About
yet,
these?
no. That's why I wanted to ask him. He knew these streets, these parts of the streets of Old Town better than I did.
Certainly. If he had heard of such things, he would have shared that with us. Now, I do see some wisdom in his learning of this name. And I think perhaps if he were to see your face and see that you are well and in good health, still following Goldr's light, if it could put his heart at ease, perhaps he could better focus on his mission. But I pray ask that you do not do things that might... She pauses there as if to consider her wording, things that might distract him further or give him cause to stray from his path.
Why would I do such?
Carmen, what's your passive insight?
Hi.
I mean, it's
I
something
believe
you're
it's
good at.
15.
It's 15, yeah.
14. 14.
14.
Sorry.
Alright. The old Thor, his face normally is that of stone. Years of, as you can imagine, much needed secrecy. Her lips purse slightly when you say that. I would like you to consider that that the effects we have on others, no matter what vows we take, can always be unintended. I did not say that you would wish to, or would attempt to, cause him to stray from his task. Only that you, when you meet him, encourage him in his ways. That is all.
There's a pause. Biting of a tongue. If you do not think it wise, then I won't. You can relay the message. He trusts you. He used to just traverse that area. That's why I wanted him to know. I don't mean to cause... There's a pause. I know that I am beyond redemption. I cannot entirely gauge my effect on others. If you do not think it wise, I won't go.
You are far from beyond redemption.
I killed a man in cold blood.
I know. And you faced the sword of justice of this land. and Goldra still saw fit to recall you back to us. Your redemption is your actions. All that you do to protect the people of the city. 2. Follow your oath to purge the disease, corruption. You are not beyond redemption. You are a pilgrim seeking it. Give up hope in that. You'll lose your faith.
I do not remember you being so kind, Sora. No. You remind me of the Sister Patience, is what I mean.
I do not know her personally, but from what I was able to gather, she was very devout in her mission to serve those who, like you, strayed from their path of righteousness. Putting yourself at risk to go to that prison so many times.
Indeed. And it cost her greatly. Well, I will follow your wisdom. It's far greater than my own. If you think it is wise for you to relay this information to him, so be it. If you think I can, then so be that as well.
The message will be passed along.
Thank you, Sora.
Thank you for your continued service. All that you
Always.
find out of this Nova Aurora, those who are using the name of the Dawn, shield their acts. I would like
It'll
to
be dealt with.
dearly hear what you learn of them.
You'll be the first to know.
Go now in peace.
And peace shall follow. Hey, Grace, I am totally down to just keep contacting Grandma instead of trying to contact Dallin, because I find that actually hilarious.
It's up to you.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
So,
Times 2 evil granny.
you're just going to... Are you socializing her with her?
Yes, instead of socializing Dallin, I'm happy to socialize with her.
Okay. Well, in that regard, spending... So she is not apt to spend too much time with you.
Valid.
For people can see because the nature of your organization.
Understandable. Yeah, no, any time that she is available outside of traditional hours or therein, Carmen will be there whenever she calls, basically, is what I'm hoping for. Especially if she is willing to send word, is the main goal of Carmen.
She says she is going to be passing along
And
the message.
by golly, we think she's being truthful. Whether or not she is, that's totally up in the air.
All right.
Let's go.
So,
Yeah.
yep.
That way I have my meditation down, so I get that plus 1d4, I think, on saving throws. 1 saving throw, singular.
Yeah.
And I get my socialization, and I am happy as a clam.
Would anyone else like to put in their downtime task real quick?
Sure. Mine is very much going to be a repeat of last time, where I socialize the 2 big figures in the house.
Okay, yep, we keep socializing with the doctors.
Mm-hmm.
So Dr. Whitehall, I mean, they're both in sort of a kind of a state right now. Dr. Whitehall is currently going through a lot of management with his household because within 1 week, he learned that his chef was a creep, and one of his security personnel has helped to escort an extremely wanted convict off of his property.
Oh no.
Now, granted, he has been informed that it's likely that the person involved in the act might not have had entire control over their faculties at the time this occurred.
Yes, that is likely.
So he's been kind of ranting about his inability to find good workers, and he's been setting out for putting out more headhunting, basically, to replace the staff that he's lost. But besides that, he is very eager to spend more time with Edward if he continues to be as entertaining as he has been. He will apologize profusely for whatever risk that you're put at for rooming with Charles Flick for as long as you were.
Yeah, Edward would assure him it's fine. Fortunately, nothing happened. And it is unfortunate that this man, as capable as he was, absconded with one of his security personnel.
Oh, man. Gods, I can only hope that, well, if he did not leave with his consent, that this Charles Flick will not harm him. It's a dastardly deed to perform enchanted magic on another human, another man, as such.
Yeah, it's despicable to do that, to control someone's actions, thoughts.
Kind of shudders. Despicable. This is why this sort of magical practices are only taught in theory at the university, never in practice. It's just wrong to rob a person, an individual, of their own thoughts, of their own freedom.
I agree. But Dr. Zatara seems to have some idea of it, yes?
Oh, she warned me. Well, I do not wish to reveal all of her secrets. Of course, she should warn me of some lurking dangers of this individual. I was not so surprised when that last broadcast went out that he might be responsible for those horrors he saw. Albeit I do not believe it was him. He is a most dangerous man still. I wish that that my security man had been actually a traitor instead. Would be better than this. He did not do anything. Well, towards you while you were here, did he? That you know of course.
No, not that I'm aware of. No, I did help him in the prison. Perhaps that availed something. I would like to think, but I generally don't know what he's thinking.
If only I could have turned him in myself. However, to do so could have put Dr. Zitaru at risk, and of course, well, you all as well. It's unfortunate. I'd hoped he had been intelligent enough to know that he'd be safe under my roof. Instead, he was a traitor. Taking my own men with him.
Yes, you have been a very amenable host. And I'll be sure to keep a lookout on things so that, you don't lose any more staff.
You're a good chap, Edward. Good old
I try
bloke.
to be. I
Yes,
try to be.
enough lingering on this drudgery. Let us get back to. Well, it is a fine afternoon. Let us get back to drinks. And I have a story I'd like to regale you with if you meet me in the trophy room.
Of
Come
course,
on,
it's.
come.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it.
Perhaps afterwards a game of badminton.
Oh. It has been some time. I'm a little rusty, but even if I were a professional level, I think you would still give me a run for my money.
Oh, young strapping lad says it yourself. I think not. I think not. He pats your back as he's staring at you. Now, Dr. Zitaru, her reaction, you get a sense when you're spending time with her, uh, she's both, in, say, a sense of despair that Flick has left, but also you'll get there's another current of almost relief that he's gone. And she says, she asks you, when he left, before he left, did he tell you anything? Anything at all about where he was going, what his intentions were?
I'm not exactly sure what his intentions are, if any of it had any ring of truth to it. It sounded like he wanted to go back to perhaps reclaim his position, whatever that means, whatever that entails. His power has recovered, clearly.
Faster than I had thought. He had kept it hidden well.
Well, his body failing him does make you drop your guard around him.
I
What
made
do
that
you
mistake before and never again.
what do you intend to do? He was the subject of your research.
If you still carry within you that ability to do the psionic magic, I can continue my research.
I do. I do still possess that ability. And I will afford you a courtesy. I will not peer into your thoughts without your consent.
Well, that is a courtesy that I do appreciate. I do value my privacy, as most humanoid individuals do. But um, aside from that, I am still more curious about how far you can delve. If you are
I
willing to practice.
I am. Am very much curious about my abilities, how far I can go with it, what I'm truly capable of, and the genuine nature, the origin of it all.
Good. That curiosity that will help. It is a spark that allows us to survive in these uncertain times. Together we can learn about the psionic magic. You learn the extent of your abilities. You can better protect yourself. I can better understand what the meaning of it is and what Flick might be up to. But yes, as you are engaging with her little experiment, she will ask, "You know that man. You believed he was your father. Did he ever confirm this?
When in the prison, when it was convenient for him.
I see. As I understand it, Riddick had many followers. Sure, he is seeking them now. I would not be surprised, given the history of these occult groups, if he not fathered many children with his followers.
Considering what he was capable of and the admiration his followers seemed to have for him, no, it wouldn't be surprising.
Now, I do not wish to pry into your personal affairs. It would be of academic interest if I understood. If there was a genetic component to psionic magic. Unfortunately, it was only two subjects, both of them related. I have no such control group. If you find someone who was not related to Flick progeny, that would be different. She starts to, like, go over her notes and start mumbling to herself. She doesn't come off as the most emotionally available person that you've interacted with.
Oh, that's fine. I'm used to that.
Alright, so...
Like mom.
Oh no, she was violently emotionally available on her terms.
Yeah. And so, you'll get to another week of socializing with those two folks. Let's see. So Maya, what are you decide to do this week? Since this is week number 2, you're gonna continue training.
She's gonna continue training. She's gonna continue networking Hugh Gilt.
Yes. All right. So
We
more.
gotta get that first rank in before we move on.
Oh yes. And yeah, you two have been spending plenty of time with each other. Although his comfort levels with you still vary quite a bit. He sometimes likes to start to try to, like, in a roundabout way, bring up your mother and your plans going forward, without asking directly, as best as he can, and tends to try to gauge a reaction. Things like, well, I don't suppose you're too much in touch with your family these days, huh, Miss Maya? No, a lot of people your age, they going through a sort of phase where they are trying to establish themselves.
My family either thinks I'm in prison or dead. I have no reason to contact them currently, and the ones that I wish to contact, I have no way to contact.
Well, I always believe where there's a will, there's a way, Miss Maya. Who do you wish to come to contact with? Perhaps I could, you know, put my ear to the ground, get a scent.
You know how to contact the Wood Elf clans?
He's usually pretty nonplussed, but that gets a bit of a reaction from him. The wild elves out in the wildernesses, you say?
Yes, they call them beast elves.
Why, well now, why would you wish to get into contact with the beast elves unless you said that some of your family you were not able to contact? Wouldn't that be? He pauses. Let me guess. Your father.
Wow, Gilt. Amazing deduction. That's your best one yet.
Well, unfortunately, Some of us, our past is written on our faces, plain and clear. Now, I suppose that most passers-by will look at you and consider that you're a half-elven woman. Some might consider you a full elf if they didn't look closely enough. But I'll be frank with you, Miss Maya. You never came across me as someone who was raised in with the elves, household of the elves from the Far East. I figured there was only two possibilities. One, you are completely estranged from that side of your family. Not uncommon at all in these streets. There are plenty of those who don't know all their entire lineage. Two, you have nothing to do with the elves from LSI. But that seems like such a remote possibility. I didn't wish to press for it. However, I did notice you had some certain strange talents that didn't line up with the rest of your history.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm fully unremarkable, Mr. Gilt.
There's nothing about you that's wouldn't bring up some kind of remarks there, Miss Maya. I'd say I've got plenty already. But now then, your father's side of the family, there's beast elves. Do you know where they are located at all? Outside the city, I take it, but do you know how far out? Are they on this coastline? Are they deeper into the west? Are they into the south?
You know, my father never thought to draw me a map.
Of course. He wouldn't. After all, the beast elves, they prefer to not have their locations known just about by anyone. And I suppose it makes sense that that would extend to you if you were living amongst the city folk. And for that, I sincerely apologize.
But if you do happen to get in contact with the beast elves, don't tell them about me.
Oh, certainly enough. You don't wish for me to do it, but may I ask why?
Well, I want to kill more than just my mother, of course.
Now, Miss Maya, I'm frankly more than happy to help you to hone your mind, to sharpen your senses. However, if you're talking about mass murder, I'm afraid that you have come barking up the wrong tree, young lady. I won't have anything to do with any of that. I'm the one who solves murders, not starts them.
You're the one who brought this up, first of all, Mr. Gilt.
Quite true. I like to know my clientele.
And secondly, I didn't say mass murder.
Very well. You're trying to axe your old lady and your old man. 2 in 1.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. My old man did nothing wrong.
Alright. That doesn't make the situation any better, Miss Maya. That does not make it any better.
Look,
Sounds like you have some sore feelings over, if I'm going to put my guesses out there, perhaps there was a mother-in-law situation?
no. Mr. Gilt, do you want to keep guessing, or do you just want the whole sordid tale?
I'll take the sort of tale.
You've read my file, I take it?
Your file? Why?
Yeah.
What do you think that I have access to all that NPD have on you?
Farva said that he read my file. I'd assume that anything Farva read has made its way to you.
He smiles. You are a very fast-learning student, Miss Maya. There were some things, yes, in your file. I read that were most disturbing, but it was written by the officers.
So, what did you read?
If you ever read a police report, you'll know that they are not the most thrilling reads. They're only put as many details as you need to. I'll put you in a clanker. Convicted on smuggling a monstrosity into the city. That one is in there. The likes of which caused possible multiple losses of lives among innocents. I can read that as someone who has either made some honest mistakes or was set up.
Well, my mother did request that I smuggle my dearest chomper into the city.
He's waiting for you to continue.
And everything was totally fine, completely under control, until a beast elf bitch came in and freed him.
His eyebrow raises. Into the city.
Wreaked havoc everywhere. I only had two choices. I could have put him down. I wasn't going to put him down. Chomper was my son.
So, I'm catching what you're pitching, Maya. You're saying that you smuggled a monstrosity into city, a bullet. You're saying that this operation only went south because a beast elf came into the city all on her own accord and sabotaged you. Now, why ever would she wish to do that? They have nothing. They, quite frankly, don't usually wish to have anything to do with the operations in the city.
Something about my heritage and my father. It's really not too much of my business as to exactly why she did it, but I do care that she did it.
I see. Well, if she came in here once, she might come in again. Could you give me a name? Perhaps we could see for ourselves. We could work on this case together. If she's still kicking around downtown, on the streets, anybody else might have seen her.
It's been so long. There's like Nalrod or something.
Narod.
You know those beast elves. They got weird names. Do you want me to write it out for you?
If you don't mind, Miss Maya.
She grabs whatever pen he'll give her, writes out Nalrod.
Tell you what, I'll take this on as a pro bono case, see? Only on the stipulation. Well, two of them. First off, you continue training here with me, see?
I mean, who else would I train with? You're the best.
Got that right. Second of all, I would like you to continue to talk to me about your plans regarding this Miss Navarad and your mother.
I mean, it's fair enough. You're not gonna put me back in the clink if
No.
I succeed, are you? You're not gonna rat me out?
It's Maya. When I take on a client, I work in their best interest. That's what I intend to do with you.
Yeah, you're not bad for a dick.
Well, some used to say I was one of the best, actually. Best dick around the block. However, since I've been in prison, there's been new ones propping up. Some of them well, at least one of them was a Detective Devlin. Taking on all the cases for me. Which is exactly what I intended when I gave him that case years ago. Glad to see that My efforts paid off, but I do admit I'm a little bit sorry now that there's new names in town and out of Hugh Gilt's being forgotten.
What case would you give to someone else?
It was a small fry case. Back in the day before I got arrested, I used to pass the smaller cases along to promising detectives because I knew one day I wouldn't be around to help the people of Z Street anymore. So, I tried to get new talent started. Turns out that case I gave him, well, it blew right up, hit the papers and everything. Made him famous.
What was it?
Well, young miss, you ever hear of Miss Desdemona Hargrave?
I can't say I have. I'm a bit of a country bumpkin.
I suppose you must be. You haven't heard of her. Hargrave's own daughter. She was an heiress to a great fortune. She got herself wrapped up in the wrong kind of folk. Actually, put her behind bars for a few years. She was convicted of murder, as well as some illegal use of magic and illegal artifact smuggling.
What was the artifact?
Not everything gets put in the papers. I'd have to look into that one myself. Not sure.
I only asked because apparently some dame had stolen an artifact from our current benefactor.
Oh, well, is that
He
so?
got it back, of course. It's a rather interesting coincidence.
Are you talking about that mirror of his?
Of course.
Well, I would say it seems like a pretty neat coincidence. Except I never see coincidences myself. Very well could be a connection. Weird though, isn't it? That such an old case would suddenly become relevant now. Kind of. Muddled over that for a minute. How interesting.
I'm not a fan of these interesting things. We'll be honest with you.
I can see why not, since everything that's happened to you since then, Miss Maya, but I promise you now, Detective Gilt is on the case. He kind of waves a piece of paper he wrote on. I will do my best to help you out, you see?
I'm sure you're better, Dick, than this Detective Devlin anyways.
Not sure, sir, about that. He's got risen really, really high in the space of a few years.
Sounds like he's cheating somehow then.
Well, some detectives, they get by on their contacts. True? Who knows?
It's not our business anyways, is it?
Yeah, so long as he's doing good work for the folk of Z Street, that's all that matters to me.
I mean, worst case scenario, you can always get work from him, right?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Sometimes I'm starting to think my detecting days are behind me. But I still have a few old cases, a few old threads that I haven't tied up. Before I take care of those, well, maybe after then I can finally hang up my coat for good. So we'll see.
If you ever do need any assistance, spare a few goldies.
He smiles. If you feel ready to take on cases, Miss Maya, I can see what I can do for you. Do you still have a little ways to go before you got those instincts honed?
I may not be the best like you, but if you give me something simple, I've got quite a network. We can always brute force.
Well, I'll see what happens with you and your new crew. maybe sometime soon I'll find you some jobs. I don't suggest you work alone. At least not right now.
Nah. Wouldn't leave my prison buddies for the world.
Well, that's what I like to hear. See, even in the worst cases, you can find that silver lining. So, about that puzzle, as he kind of tries to draw your attention back to the training.
Is the
All
Ranger
right.
Rick theme this time?
So he does, at some point, find you a Ranger Rick puzzle book that's meant for kids for you to work through. It has a lot of stuff like coded language and riddles and things for you to, and hidden images. One of them even has invisible ink on it for you to work with. Like, well, that should keep her occupied for a few hours at least, you were muttering. So, Koloth. Be present. Sorry, Richard.
Yeah, about to be like, that's not my name. But yeah, so Richard would be around there mostly too, but kind of just doing odd jobs sort of work. There's another hobgoblin around, so she's clearly been exiled or something, so someone that can empathize.
Do you wish to meet Vesmo?
Yeah, I think it'd be more weird if we didn't meet, right?
Okay.
But primarily he's just going to be visiting Gilt, and if it comes up, it comes up.
You notice that the place where Gilt is currently residing, which is, it seems to be a rundown apartment on Z Street.
Oh, it's not too far.
No. It's one of the main streets that's next to Seaski. And it is, unlike Seaski, it's still run down, but it's more neighborly.
They have a community.
Yeah. And the person who answers is usually Gilt, but depending on when you come, sometimes you will come face to face with Vesmo. And the first thing you notice about her is that when she answers the door, she has a sword. And it is more of kind of a samurai-esque sword, less of the long swords that the bugbears hold. And so she looks at you with a very stony face. Ask.
The hobgoblins are a stony people.
Yes. You are the one of Clan Koloth. It's not a question. She's looking at you.
Not currently. You may call me Richard.
Then you may call me Vesmo. State your purpose and intentions.
I am visiting a friend. And my intentions are to visit the friend.
Very well. It is extremely rude behavior. I don't think I have to tell you that, but it is. It is, you know, based off of that brief interaction, that if you wish to get to know this individual, it's not going to be a very easy, straightforward, task. She doesn't appear to have any interest.
There's no point in forcing your way into someone's life, says the guy who recently just fought Ghoulam in a courtyard to force his way into her life.
She's a hobgoblin, so let you evaluate
no,
that
we'll-
as you wish.
We'll let that relationship be what it is. But Koloth appreciates the familiarity that Hugh provides. No offense to everybody else, but they've been friends for longer.
Makes
Of course.
total sense.
Did you wish to spend your time socializing with Hugh Gilt as one of your tasks? Okay.
Yeah, it's the minorish one.
And what would you like to do with your major?
Well, we have a task to locate this Kazumari kidnapped friend of his cop. So the primary task is going to be research, I think, is what it falls under. Just trying to find information. But instead of having to use a library, Koloth will have to use his contacts like Hugh and beat feet on the street.
Okay, so the researching task is kind of meant for more of the
I misunderstand it.
book learning, but the spying task can be used for learning information about individuals.
We do that one. We're spying.
Now, if you are talking to Gilt about this, he will advise you, as your street contact, the Kazumari clan, or the Kazumari, not clan, the Kazumari syndicate. They mostly operate uptown.
Then I'll be operating uptown.
So unlike the other criminal syndicates, they operate in broad daylight. They own some major banks. They work finances. A lot of the stuff they do is technically legal.
But that is a benefit in that Richard can be around them without immediately sparking too much suspicion beyond just racial profiling.
Alright, so how do you wish to do your spy work so I can kind of figure out your appropriate role?
Well, we aren't exactly subtle. So instead, we'll just act like we belong in the places that they operate. Try to find weaknesses. So just look like we're interested in banking. Maybe try to open an account. That kind of thing. But we'll be happy to take advice from the actual detective. And we'll go ahead and even share with Gilt that we're that his contact is probably pinched.
Okay. He's going to tell you. Well, going to open an account with a Kazumari bank. Now, how long it takes you, please. For love of Goldra, read the contracts. Mr. Koloth, do you ever, do any kinds of personal accounting? You ever take out a loan? He's still calling you Koloth unless you remind him.
I have been exiled from my clan, so please do not use that name. Temporarily, I'm going by Richard.
Alright, Richard, didn't mean to offend you. Whatever you say. I have to ask, you ever done any personal accounting? You ever taken out a loan, to get anything on credit?
As a son of the warlord, I'm required to do the accounting for the entirety of the clan when it's my turn. But in terms of taking loans, no. But the math should be simple enough.
Very well. Well, I mean, normally I might not say you should take a lawyer with you, but I'm not in any kind of standing to recommend one, especially considering our circumstances.
Do they have a way to check credentials?
Do you usually ask for references? No. However, the Kazamari will sign just about anybody. They will sign just about anybody, but the terms might be much, well, let's say harsher on the default. And there will be smaller terms you have to follow too. This is how they make their money. Even if you come out of nowhere, you don't have any references, they'll still sign you.
I have someone I can ask to play the role of my lawyer. I appreciate the insight you've provided. Maybe they'll be able to trust better if I fit the mold.
Very good. Just be careful, Richard. Please. They are dangerous folk. I'm sure you're already aware, since I know that you've, well, put your sword through a few of them already. If they recognize you, by any chance, it might be, well, he kind of runs a finger across his throat. They don't take that kind of slight lightly.
They have a strong incentive not to act on that. It's the same reason why I'm exiled.
I see. Well, you're a smart man. Richard, I trust you know what you're getting yourself into.
Thank you, Hugh.
By the way, I apologize for my assistant's behavior.
We're both dishonored, and clearly no one in the eyes of Gozar. I know she means no disrespect. It's a difficult position to be in.
Again, I apologize. Miss Vesmo is, yeah, she's lived a rather difficult life. Also an immigrant.
Names are important in our culture. To select one's own is a dirty feeling.
Perhaps. I personally find that to be a bit liberating. Get to define yourself.
Circumstances have stomped on my purpose, Hugh.
Yet you continue on. I don't think it will stop you at all.
Not until it's done, at least. I should go let my lawyer know I need him.
Very well. Until next time, Mr. Richard.
Thank you.
We're gonna ask Ed to do it.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
He's a twink. He has a suit, and he can read minds.
Yeah, sure can.
It just works.
What else do you think of when you think of lawyers? There's the three main
knowledge of the law.
aspects. Okay, so I covered that. One, he's a twink. And three, he reads minds. Which I feel is the operative part.
And he has a suit. That gives him an advantage.
I need him to do the actual information gathering while I'm pretending to get a loan. To buy a tenement building. Be a landlord. That's the plan would be, of course, to get Ed, tell him the scheme, and explain how Maya obligated us to a job locating a contact of a corrupt cop.
Maya did not obligate us. If we don't do the job, we just don't get paid.
40 goldie bucks is a substantial amount of resources.
30
That's a lot
goldie
of
bucks.
money.
30 goldie bucks. And Richard will also intimate to you that he has a personal vendetta against the Kazamari.
I'm aware. You've made it very clear.
bad word as well. Just as he's like pitching the lawyer idea, he says, and in addition, this task would allow us to harm the Kazamari in just a small way, which I will always try to take advantage of.
Okay.
Goes our field.
They're honorless and cruel.
Yes, but most of it. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
All right, and we're trying to, with this meeting about real estate, we're going to try to find the location of this contact.
Correct.
All right. Well, we have to get his mind in that direction. Unless I do something I have not done before, where I seek specific knowledge.
We'll try to bring it to the top first. I'll speak with him about how I'm aware that the police in a specific area are less corrupt than others, since some of them have been outed recently, which might bring the knowledge to mind. But if that method fails, we can test it. It's your backup. The worst case, I will cut our way out.
All right. I hope it doesn't come to that.
It likely
All
will
right.
not. Your magics tend to be subtle.
Okay.
Well, when we're yes.
Before we decide if we want to embark on the Kazamari adventure or the heist or the spying adventure, Callum, what would you like to do this week? If you're taking your major action or major task is spying, what would you like to do as your minor? Now remember, things that give you one-time use, like 1d4 and a save, you can do it twice, and you can use them at different intervals.
Well, I don't really have anyone to socialize with, and I don't have any money. So
You can hang out with Gilt with us.
suppose I could.
Creed is also still around. And you could seduce the older woman.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
The city.
Someone
I'll
seducing Zutaru would be very funny to me.
And they go out on a date after she like creeps over Ed for his magic. It's like, all right, that's done. Are you ready to go, honey?
It's like, what can you tell me about how I can get closer to Ed? And I'm like, I don't. What? I'm just gonna take the relaxation downtime action. I think.
All right, taking it
The bonus
easy.
anyway.
So, we probably have time to explore one of those three things you guys are embarking on.
Do we want to do the Callum Spy Center?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so for Callum's major task, he's going to go back down to Seaski Street and attempt to, you wish to learn of the location and operations of these Nova Aurora, I believe.
That is correct. Yes, the properties that were previously identified by Richard.
So, Callum, since you weren't given a specific location to look into, how are you going to go about doing this first and foremost?
Well, my understanding was that we had a handful of potential properties identified in a specific part of the city. And oh fuck, hang on. So essentially, what he'll do is once we've identified those, he will probably in the evening during the time when such activities are less likely to draw a lot of attention, cast Pass That Trace on himself, and then Wild Shape into a spider, and then reconnoitre the buildings that were identified as belonging theoretically to the Nova Aurora, starting with kind of casing the outsides and potentially going in once we've identified points of interest.
And yeah, Koloth basically just shared all the holdings that his clan had.
All right. And so, Callum, given this new information, if you wish to, you can. This is going to be the work of several days, so you can basically hide and wait and watch and see what is going on the streets of this strip of Seaski, and see where people might be taking the bodies to. That will lead you to the location that you're looking for.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I think that this is, this is basically what he is doing with his whole week. So when you keep an account that you get another wild shape form on each short rest, and then for anything that's like particularly dangerous, or if we're actually going into the building, he can cast a spell like Pass Without Trace for extra cover. That essentially, yeah, we're doing recon in the tenement
It's much safer for a real short king like Callum to do it.
with 8 legs.
Yeah, the shortest king.
Skitter. So what would you like in terms of a check or so forth, Grace?
So, first I'm just going to let you know what you see with your eyes on the streets, because this is something you're doing throughout the week, and you're sticking to night from what I understand.
Yeah, it's more likely there'd be bodies moving around after hours.
So, at first, it's very quiet. Things you'll notice about the street that might stand out to you, or might not since you're new to the city. There's not a whole lot of people out here at night, and the ones who are, you see, seem to be like almost like patrols of mostly goblins and bugbears. The other residents seem to keep to the indoors at night for the most part. There's the stray human, and there's a halfling who are there. But as you continue watching, you do start to see some more unusual activity, which is that you'll see a taxi cab in the middle of the night is parked somewhere, and there are bugbears unloading crates from it. They park it on the curb. The goblin driver parks on the curb, and then the bugbears take the crates and they haul it somewhere else. And that is where, since you'll be tailing them, but you don't need to make a stealth check at this time because you're outside on the street and you're a spider.
Fair.
Yeah, that street spider's looking pretty suspicious.
Yeah, it'd be a little silly for a bugbear to suddenly turn around and be like, "Hey, why is this spider following us, huh?" They shoot you. Yeah. But no. So the building that they take you into It looks like it is a closed bodega or a corner store. There are some very faded red letters out front, and it reads as Gary's Grubs and Goods. As you watch them come in with their cargo, one of them is going to approach the front, and they're going to, instead of knocking on the door, they go and you see from afar they push the button on something. And you hear them say, Clan Koloth brings an offering, Aducimus Donum. After a few moments of silence, the doors open and they are admitted with their cargo. Now, how you wish to proceed, that might take some rules.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point we haven't actually learned anything. So yeah, I will follow in spider form stealthily to see where the offering is being born inside the building.
Okay. This is a point where I would like you to make a stealth roll.
I'll let you decide if it's reasonable to have Pass Without Trace up or not. It lasts an hour, which is about the same time that a wild shape form lasts.
If you had time before stalking them to wild shape and then turn to, and I'd say you could cast Pass Without Trace.
I mean, my assumption is that probably he's watching from like a rooftop or something until they begin unloading the cargo, at which point that's when the kind of stalking commences, I would think.
Yeah, given this is an operation you've been doing for a bit, I think it's fair.
Okay. Then this is a 1d20 plus 4 plus 10. So we'll just roll normally.
Well, thank goodness for Pass Without
18.
Trace.
Many such cases.
4 on the die, plus the bonuses, a total of 18. You skitter over. You find that this door still seems pretty mundane. Even as it closes, you can still kind of get through under the cracks. You find yourself in looks to be a shop of some sorts that has been long abandoned. It's lined with shelves that now only hold dust, and there's still grooves in them where you can see that once there were many cans and packages lining them. Nearby you see a cardboard cutout of a cartoon pig that's kind of caught in a wave at the customers who no longer come. But as you watch the bugbears continue in, hauling their crates, you realize that it's not a wholly empty store, as from behind one shelf come out two individuals. They are wearing dark suits, and their faces are concealed behind white masks. They also are both towing each rifles. One of them holds up a gloved hand while the other levies the rifle and saying, "That's far enough. We thank you for your contribution." The bugbears drop the crates on the ground. They give a brief salute, and then they leave, leaving these masked men to load up the crates on a trolley. And they start to wheel the crates towards the back of the store. You follow them. They approach what looks to be the heavy door to a walk-in freezer. They stop outside of it. One of them knocks 2 times, pauses, 3 times, pauses, then 1 time. There is a scraping sound as the freezer door opens. You can see from your vantage point there is another masked figure. This one looks like they might be more feminine presenting. Also in a white mask. She looks around the empty store, then beckons them in. Do you follow?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. I am going to make one roll. Okay. I rolled a 16. You follow these individuals into the freezer, perhaps expecting a cold chill. Find none of that. It is warm, almost balmy, within the spacious, empty freezer. They roll the trolley into it. They stop. You see beyond them, at the very back of it, a bizarre thing. It looks to be a large stone arch, almost like a strange statue or sculpture. On a closer glimpse, it looks like there are some runes etched within it. The masked goblin raises a hand and says, "Halt. I need to do a sweep." One of the gunmen kind of goes exasperated sigh. Really? Can't we just, she says, "Stop." Then she starts casting a spell. Callum, would you like to attempt to identify the spell, or would you like to retreat? Or neither, or a different option?
Yeah, let's try and identify the spell. I think I have an idea of what it might be, but Callum may or may not know.
Alright, this will be in Arcana check. Probably just a base intelligence.
Okay. So, yes, that's correct, but I do get to, because of Primal Order Magician, add my Wisdom modifier to Arcana checks.
Fancy.
So, this will be at a +4.
18 on the die, total of 22. Very easily. It's a common spell anyway, so you need to roll too high. She's casting Detect Magic.
Did the druid's form count as magic?
Even if it didn't, which I think it does, I have Pass Without Trace up, which I don't think has any kind of built-in immunity to being detected from magic. I will read the spell real quick, though.
Yeah.
You radiate a concealing aura in a 30-foot emanation. While in the aura, you and each creature you choose have a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and leave no tracks. So, yeah, no. I mean, I doubt he has enough time to get away as she begins to cast it, unless she's casting it ritually.
You can tell it's not
but even if
that she's casting it.
Okay. The spider, Callum, will try to skitter away when he realizes what she's doing, but also recognizes that probably he can't. Let me check one thing real quick. I'm pretty sure there's nothing I can really do. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, the spider will try to skitter away.
Okay.
But with the knowledge both in and out of character that I probably can't.
Well, if you skitter away far enough, she won't be able to actually detect you because it's a range.
It's a 30-foot emanation, but the spider has a movement speed
let me
of 20
read
feet.
this out loud, just
Ooh.
so because I think it might have changed a little bit for the update in 24. So, for the duration, you sense the presence
Okay.
of magical effects within 30 feet of yourself, so it's not necessarily a spell. If you sense such effects, you can then take the magic action to see a faint aura around any visible creature object in the area that bears the magic, and if an effect was created by a spell, then you learn the spell school of magic. This can be blocked by 1 foot of stone, dirt, or wood, 1 inch of metal, or a thin sheet of lead. So the thing is, if this goes off, you probably won't be able to get away.
She will get a
before
ping.
she can detect a magical effect that you might be giving off. It'll take her another action to be able to see the aura. So that's another 6 seconds where you can flee.
Yeah,
But it will probably alert them.
unless there's like obviously like a vent of some kind in the freezer that could be darted behind to be shielded by the inch of metal. I don't think there's really any recourse here that he would think to take, or that I can think to take. So, I mean, if there's any metal like that, he'll hide behind it. If there's not, he'll retreat.
I'll say you can, since you figured out what's going on. Make a very quick perception check as you're retreating to see if there's something that you could duck underneath. This is an old store, so there might be something that could shield you. You have a few options.
Okay. That's super reasonable. We'll just make a straight up perception check.
A natural 20, total of 24. Very good.
Okay.
Alright. So, as you are skittering back, you see in the corner, there is an old tin container that looks like it'll be thick enough if you crawl into it, might be able to block this effect.
Yeah, no, we'll go for it. It's probably, it looks a little bit more acrobatic than I can actually describe, because it's like the spider, like seeing this begin to happen, knowing the sweeping magical emanation that's going to come from it, and then darting, maybe swinging from like a piece of silk to get over to the 10 scrap to hide behind to try and block the detect magic aura.
Alright, excellent. So the detect magic goes off. Because you rolled really high, I will say that you got in the nick of time. She looks around the room. You cannot make out an expression behind that blank face, which is made into a sort of grimace, the expression, on the mask. Alright. Very well. Prepare then. She goes over to the stone arch. She puts a hand in a pocket of her coat and takes out, you see the glimmer of something red, shiny, and she inserts it into a slot. It's honestly, from where your vantage point is, I'm just gonna say you can't make out everything that's going on, so that's the last thing you see.
Sure.
But you hear something. You hear this kind of strange whirring noise. Then a humming. You hear the squeaking of the wheels as the trolley is taken further into the freezer. Humming continues. And just going off of that same perception check that you just rolled, you hear, it sounds to you like there's this echo of them walking, like suddenly a chamber has opened up inside of the freezer. from out of nowhere, and you feel a faint cold breeze enter with your hiding spot, and you get a scent like cold meat. The whirring picks up again, and then it ceases. And that scent diminishes.
And does the temperature seem to kind of equalize to the balmy
It
level that it was at
equalizes.
before? Got it. If I poke my head out, are any of the masked figures still present, or are they all gone now?
You poke your head out. You look. In the freezer, the crates, the masked woman, and one of the masked gunmen are gone. There's only one gunman left standing in the freezer, looking like he's standing at a post, albeit slightly bored. He's kind of shifting from one foot to the other.
Is the arch like freestanding in the freezer, or is it pushed up against the wall?
It's freestanding. It looks like it'd be hard to move, though.
Yeah, I'll push my luck a little bit more.
Okay.
With the feminine-looking masked person and the one gunman gone, Callum will kind of like retreat back and then up onto the ceiling, whereupon he'll creep over towards kind of the area where the whirring sound came from, and he'll try to see if he can find like a gap in the stone or the metal, like where a compartment might open out from, or some kind of passage might be to lead into what seems to clearly be another area where there's that scent of fresh meat, or maybe not fresh meat, but cold meat, and the colder temperatures. That might be the kind of telltale sign to look for. Is not so much even the crest or like the indentation, but rather if there's anywhere that like a colder temperature is flowing out of, or like that scent can be identified from in the wall or the floor.
So, yeah. Curiously, as you crawl around the freezer and searching for any sort of hidden passageway or some kind of vent, something that might lead to this other chamber, you can't find any trace of it anymore. None of that cold air, none of that scent of meat vanished. Anything else you would like to try to look into while you're here?
I don't think so. I don't have any magic that I can cast that would be helpful in this form. Slipping out of my wild shape is too dangerous. It would give us up. Yeah, I think at this point he'll attempt to withdraw, at least for tonight.
Okay. And tonight, with your stealth being as it is, you can withdraw safely. And feel free to share what information you have gleaned with the rest of the group.
He won't keep any of this from y'all, especially the
Oh
fact,
yeah, so we have a location, we have a potential way to get in.
and that they have a caster, at least one, and some sort of hidden passageway that doesn't appear to be mechanically obscured. It almost seems like
Magically obscured.
hard to say without being able to cast his own detect magic spell, but none of the obvious signs of a mechanical passageway are
mechanical or
present.
natural denote. by realm of elimination, it is likely that is. Okay. How do we want to approach this?
Well, if we're trying to be fancy, those masks or a fake offering could be presented to get entryway.
How much do you think that making a replica of those masks might cost us? Were they metallic in nature, or did they appear to be like plastic?
I had been assuming that they were like plaster looking, but that would be.
They look like, plastic is not common material. They would be plaster masks.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we have one hob. We don't have a bugbear, but
No. But
we could.
we do have like it isn't uncommon for humans or humanoids to be qualified as bugbears.
And we know what the thing to say at the door is. We know what the knock is.
And we know the knock is, so we can at least get in that way. We would need crates or something that could be construed as such for a preliminary look over in case they are able to do such.
Yeah, I can't do illusion magic like that or anything, but we could.
I think maybe... Trent, are you here?
I am indeed.
Do you have... I remember when we were fighting against Ed, he had some variation of illusion magic. Do you have anything that could like be construed into like assuming the form of boxes?
I have. I have minor illusion, but nothing like bigger than that.
Bertie, what's your goal?
If we're able to get a box, or my goal is to get enough of us in, either via... How do I phrase this? My goal is to get us in there and to also have a box that could be construed as containing bodies. If some of us could be potentially contained within the container or obscured by it, that might be beneficial because it looked as though they only had a minor guard for the clan Koloth grouping who was there.
Why don't we just actually bring a container and instead of bodies in there, we have party members?
We very much could. My other issue is I don't know how much getting a crate and like trolley system would be.
Well,
once more, I am concerned about money.
Well, all of us are already convicted criminals. Now, Ed isn't suggesting this. Trent's suggesting this. We could just do more crime.
Carmen would be recalcitrant to doing more crime.
Oh, for sure, I understand this. What if we pay them back later? Or we steal from people who don't deserve it?
Or we could...
You could also ask about getting a work with your contacts.
But
We could we could spend some time to raise some capital. It's true. If we need to do some leg and prep work for this particular
we could also
task.
You know, we do have a job, right?
You do have a job.
We do have a job. We've done the scouting portion for this. Right? We could do the job, get our stuff, potentially get some money,
If we steal from the evidence lockers, we can sell everybody else's drugs.
That's true too.
But yeah, I'll leave you guys to continue planning for what you want to tackle next session.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if we get some form of money, then we would be able to more aptly address the cult thing.
Yeah, so it sounds like we're prioritizing locating Farva's thing. And when we're done with those shenanigans, then we can come back.
We're gonna
Unless
do
anyone
Farva,
has
then we pick up our shit, then we come back.
that one.
Yeah.
And that concludes this session of Arkenmore. Thank you all for listening.